Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar and streamers keep shattering my expectations to no end, ladies and gentlemen. Now today's video is about a streamer known as Kai Cenat. Now for those of you who don't know, my dad didn't know who Kai was, and he's the reason I'm finding out about this, okay? So he calls me up like, earlier yesterday at this point, because it's past 12. And he was just like, hey, Muta, have you ever heard of this Kai Cenat fella? And I'm like, well, what? How does Dad know? Well, it turns out he talked to his brother who lives in Long Island. And he told him there's some wild shit going on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see over here is some truly insane behavior. So here we're looking at ABC7 Eyewitness Report. Da-da-da-da! So it's up in Union Square. Now, immediately you might be like, whoa, Moon, is this 28 days later? Are they filming The Walking Dead? No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a PS5 giveaway, okay? God damn. You see how they're like mobbed up on their car and everything? At some point, they start jumping onto the car. I haven't seen this stuff since like going to the streets of like India or something. You know what I mean? When you got like the metro buses and it's like, people are sitting on top of the buses, inside everywhere. It's insane. Look at that. It's wild stuff. You might be like, God, it's like they're filming The Walking Dead in New York. Kids are literally running around. Grabbing videos, selfies. There were reports of fireworks and like broken cars and everything too. Truly wild, wild stuff. Look at the news here. A crowd of roughly 2,000 converged at Union Square Park in anticipation of free PS5 devices from celebrity Twitch streamer Kai Cenat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, people were seen hurling fireworks, bottles, and toppling barricades. The police said the influencer was among a number of people detained and could be charged with inciting a riot. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Twitch streamers, some of my favorite. Now, if you don't know Kai belongs to like the AMP group or something like that. And, a month ago at this point, not even like a couple of months ago, hell no. A month ago, I saw like literally these guys posting them like shooting having a fireworks war in like their mansion. And, this is why I said, like, Twitch streamers, like, there's not, like, a degree of, like, maturity in this regard. It was just wild content. So clearly, if you're talking about being a streamer, who wants to be in the headlines and everything, Kai's like a genius. He is absolutely in the headlines. And this is something that could have been avoided. And obviously, it should pretty much be like a given, that you shouldn't do something like this because, New York, if you haven't been to New York, it's not just a congested city. It's like, people from around the world, the man from Los Angeles thinks that they have the worst traffic. Ha, ha, ha. The man from Tokyo thinks they have the worst. Ha, ha, ha. They've never clearly been in, like, India. Also, they've never been in New York. Not only is the city, congested, but also when you have a situation like this, it can throw a lot of things into the ringer, okay? Things can get a little, hectic, if you will. Now, to an extent, I also don't blame Kai completely. There's also, like, the responsibility of the idiots involved in the situation. Like, why would you go apeshit and break property, especially at, like, what is basically a glorified fan meetup / giveaway? Look at that, dude! Here's a closer shot of it. It's like a drone shot of just crazy shit going on. Everyone's just following the giveaway vehicle, and that's pretty much what it is. Obviously, if we're gonna, they got the whole police helicopters, they got the news helicopters out and everything, dude. In a closer shot, you can see everyone mobbed up to this one vehicle. God forbid an emergency vehicle had to drive through that shit, man. God damn. The one day somebody dying of like a heart attack who needs to get to the hospital is like, well, it's over. We got all this shit. It's like literally a scene from The Warriors, and they're like, this city has 60,000 of us and 20,000 police. It's literally The Warriors, dude. It's a crazy meetup. God damn. New Yorkers be like, fucking Los Angeles degenerates come into our goddamn state and do this shit. Jesus. I mean, New Yorkers are usually a pissed group of people. Add this to the mix, and boy, they've blown a fucking gasket. Now, obviously, New York police had a fair bit to say about the situation, so let's hear from the law enforcement themselves.
Are you going to charge Kai Cenat?
Yes. The influencer is charged. He's going to be charged with multiple counts, at least 2 counts of inciting a riot, unlawful assembly, and a few other charges.
Ollie here,
2 counts of inciting a riot and then unlawful assembly, and amongst other charges. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think these charges are going to stick, all right? Once you got enough money and a legal team that you can hire, shit just goes away like no tomorrow. There are two types of judicial systems. Those who have money and those who do not, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the way of the world. It's the same everywhere. Now, this is one of those situations where, again, like I said earlier, obviously this should have been something that Kai or their team should have sought for permits or maybe cleared out. Maybe they already did seek for permits. I don't think any Twitch streamer can be this genuinely dumb or out of touch. I think they all usually have teams that tell them, okay, you're wild, but we got to rein in the wild nature sometimes. Now, in reality, when I saw this initially and I read about it, I was like, it seems like, a fan meetup kind of gone wrong. And I hope to God that there's nobody injured throughout this scenario. I really hope to God that it doesn't show up. If it does, I'll add it into post-production of this video. But at the end of the day, when I saw this kind of stuff in the beginning, I'm like, all right, this is kind of a wild endeavor. This is kind of a wild situation. He was basically trying to give a PlayStation 5 away, which, by the way, how many people can be that hyped for a system with 3 games anyways, okay? What, Demon Souls, Ratchet and... Wait, that's on PC now. Hold on. 2 games. Maybe this is viral marketing for Spider-Man 2. Maybe at some point in the game it's hey, Miles, we got an influencer from California giving away systems. Totally throwing the city off balance. Oh no, Petey! What do we do? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it could be a side quest. Maybe it is a Sony viral marketing stunt. Who has any idea? Because, ladies and gentlemen, influencers continue, or streamers in specific, continue to blow my mind with some of the most insane shit that they can do. Obviously, Kai's a pretty big guy. He's one of the largest, I think he got one of the largest subathons on Twitch. So he knows that his audience is pretty massive. And 2,000 people for somebody of that size, it's not a hard ask for people to show up, especially if the prospect is they're getting free, current generation gaming systems. People are going to run out just for the fun of it, the memes. And eventually, you end up blowing these situations way out of, the proportion. The proportionality increases to the point where news helicopters and police agents get into it. Now, people are like, man, this guy should be tried, charged, maybe spend some jail time. In reality, I don't think there's going to be any jail time. If any consolation, Kai should probably have to foot the bill or something for some damages probably done to the city. I don't know. There's definitely going to be fines that are issued, and whatever the fines are, I'm sure Kai will be comfortable in paying that. I mean, I think that's a fair trade. New York City not banning you from their state, not banning you from their city or their state. It's a wild ass scenario, man. Jesus Christ. So yeah, bottom line is, if you're an influencer, if you're a streamer and you think, damn, I'm gonna do a giveaway or something like that, maybe next time, do it in a closed venue, a private venue, something where you've cleared things with the city. Don't just drive through Union Square. That can be very dangerous, okay, all right, and to sound like a PCPD could be a little bit problematic. Now, some of those charges that they listed, I've been looking into at least how New York does it. They could be felony charges that could actually get you prison time. And again, I don't think that prison is going to be a thing over here. Again, there's 2 types of laws, 2 types of judicial systems. Those that have the money for good legal representations and those that don't. But this is one of those things where I'm just glad nobody seems like they died in this entire situation. It wasn't like the Travis Scott concert or anything like that. God damn. That shit was legit injurious to your health. Need a fucking Surgeon General warning next time you go to one of those concerts. God damn. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, wild stuff. If you're an influencer and you're running a giveaway, next time try not closing down a massive city section. The chances are it's going to piss some people off. It might even endanger some lives. Who knows? But yeah, Twitch streamers, wild characters they are, man. I swear to God, dude. Totally different world out there, bro. Totally different level of human development. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.